right, everyone. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Dating in the Trenches. My name is Gabe, and I'm your host on today. How is everybody doing? Let me give me some hand claps. Where is hand claps at? Wow, there we go. From me. From me. Amen. Glad to have you guys here with me on today. Listen, y'all already know what it is with me. I'm Ultimate Black Man everywhere on every platform you could imagine. Hit the follow button, hit the subscribe button. I don't want to do too long on these intros. As y'all know, I love when y'all trick on me because I love to trick. So y'all hit that cash app if you anything in this show resonates with you. This recording resonates with you. Of course, here's the PayPal, paypal.me/ultimateblackman. I don't want to waste no time. I want to get right into the conversation on today. Today joining me, I have Sammy. Sammy, hello.
Hi.
How are you?
So peachy. How are you?
Let me give you some hand claps. There we go. There we go. Thank you so much for joining me on today. How's everything going for you?
Really good. You know, it's hot. And I love the heat. I'll take it.
You do?
Oh, I love it. I love being kind of like it's sweaty and moist. I'm not going to lie. It's so bad.
What?
I'm in the right state for sure. So I'm like, oh, bring it on. Bring the sun.
Oh
my tattoos, please.
Man, listen, I can't wait until the fall.
Really? Okay, what about the fall though?
Yeah, the cool weather, apple cider, caramel macchiatos, football.
Okay, fair.
And I'm in Memphis, so the fall here is like 70, 75 degrees, so it's real nice. It's real nice. So
yeah. Okay, that's fair. You're right.
I am so glad that you're here. I'm actually looking forward to this conversation. So I want you to start off. Let us know your name, of course, where you're located, relationship status, and of course, zodiac sign.
Perfect. Well, I'm Sammy. I live in Salt Lake City, Utah, born and raised. I don't know if I look like a basic Utah girl, but I am one, so I don't know. I am single, and I'm getting back into dating. I took probably 2 months of just not really going on dates because it's exhausting, but so I'm single. I'm looking to mingle, and I am a November Sagittarius.
A November Sagittarius. Wow. So you're not one of the crazy.
I mean, I don't think that Novembers are crazy. I think Decembers are a little something.
Decembers are insane. I love them. I love Sagittarius. It's an awesome sign. I'm very compatible with them. As long as you're not a Scorpio. Amen.
Those are rough.
I can't stand them.
It's crazy though, because my little brother is a Scorpio, like an October Scorpio, and he's amazing, wonderful, all the sweetest sides of it. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Wow, you have a brother that's a Scorpio. I do too. My brother's a Scorpio.
Aw, twin.
November. He's a November.
Oh.
They are terrorists. My mom, she was a Scorpio too. She was born 2 days before my brother. Their birthdays are 2 days apart.
What days in November?
No, she's November 7th and he's November 9th.
Well, early on November too. Okay.
Yeah, early on. So I don't know. I dated Scorpios. I'll never do it again. It's crazy. Spare me.
Yeah. You know what's funny is I always date other Sagittarius. I don't know what.
Really?
That's what I seem to date.
Well, isn't that too much fire all in one place?
Hey, see, that's probably why they haven't worked out. Who knows? It just always happens. I'm like, oh, okay. You have energy like me? Please.
So single looking to mingle. So you're out dating. We're out dating. Take a little break, but you kind of know the current climate of dating. So how would you describe the dating scene today in one word? I want to know, how bad is it out there?
It's time consuming.
Time consuming. That's an interesting one. Okay.
I feel like it takes a lot of effort. And I don't think it should be this hard to meet and go out and have fun, but it's it takes a lot of effort. When I know I'm going out with somebody, I gotta, chat with them for a little bit, decide where we're going,
Yeah.
Show up, get ready, show up, and then you have to sit there for an hour, and you either have a really good time and you're vibing, or you're waiting to leave the entire time. Because I'm not a jerk, and I will sit the entire time. If I get there and I know that I'm immediately like, it's not vibing, I'll still sit and smile and be like, that's awesome. I love that you said that to me. Thank you.
Oh man, well that's very courteous of you to sit there with that man. And you know it ain't going nowhere. And look at that man's face and say, "Okay," and be nice.
It's hard, but it is. It's time consuming because I know I'm like, okay, I can either stay home and watch Pride and Prejudice, or I can go out and copy this man.
So, okay, let me ask you this. So, do you have any type of standard when it comes to dating? Like you just said you'd go for coffee. Does you're cool with coffee as a first date, or does it have to be like all the bells and whistles, like 5-star restaurant, steak?
I almost rather coffee, because it's like, if we go to coffee and we're having a good time, let's go somewhere else after, you know? Like, I like a good drink, or I like a good dinner, you know? And I don't know. If we barely know each other, why are you spending all this money on me on our first date? Because it's time consuming for the other person as well.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, it's money, time, emotions. It takes a lot. So I don't mind a coffee date. I don't mind like meeting up at a bar and like having like a sit drink or two.
Okay. Now, do you believe in going Dutch, or do you believe the man should pay?
I think the man should pay.
Okay.
Unless I get it, if I'm the one that's like, hey, I want to go out. Let's go out. I'll pay. But usually I'm trying to do better at just letting them ask me out, which
absolutely.
You know.
As he's being out, that's a recipe for disaster.
I know. I'm like, let's do it now. Let's go.
Okay, cool. I like good answers. So time consuming. That's very interesting. I like that. That's really good. So, what do you think, or what do you feel is the biggest contributing factor to such a messy dating market? Do you think it's the men, the women, or both?
I think it's both. But how can it not be like messy and hard? We literally live in a world where everything's online. Dating apps are not meant to help us find somebody.
Absolutely.
The amount of people that actually meet somebody on a dating app is crazy.
Yeah.
And it's conditioning all of us to get on these apps and go, oh, this person didn't respond as fast as I want them to. I have other matches, I'll be fine. Yeah. It's making us all maximalists, and we can't settle down with somebody.
Wow.
I also fall victim to that, where I'll be kind of interested in somebody, but I'm like, oh, but like, what can this other person offer? Which is disgusting, but it's where we live right now. People don't meet in person anymore. It's sad.
Yeah, I think it's the false sense of options, and that's on both sides. I think we feel like we have more options than what we actually have, and that is partly because of the dating apps and social media, and sliding your DMs and all that. And we don't really have the options that we think we might have. It's just the access is just so easy. It puts us all, both men and women, in a state of delusion. I think dating apps have definitely hurt the dating culture more than helped.
Absolutely.
They're not really designed for you to find anyone, because you don't use the app if you find somebody.
Mm-hmm.
They have to keep you on there so they can keep making bread.
Mm-hmm.
So I tell all my clients anyway to come up off them dating apps. It's a waste of your time.
Yeah. But also, like, how else do you meet people?
Yeah. Y'all,
you meet them.
Listen. Y'all gotta go outside. Listen, hold on. Y'all gotta go outside. Y'all gotta get in the field, get in the booth.
Okay, but also hear me out, because I'm out and about all the time. I like to be doing stuff. I don't like
You're Sagittarius. I know you're extroverted.
Yeah, I'm not a homebody. I don't.
Yeah.
I like to be out. And but then you go out and you go to like bars, and you go to stores, but like also like, what are good settings, do you think? Because like, honestly, a lot of men I meet at bars, I get chatting with them and I'm like, you're here alone for a reason.
Yeah,
And that's horrible because I'm there alone, but sometimes I'm like you're creeping out.
Yeah,
You're giving me your vibe.
listen, a man alone at a bar, he trying to get him some easy access to some ass. So you got to watch those dudes in that bar. You may as well get on a date. Now, me personally, when I'm coaching women, I tend to deal with women who are a little bit older and who slightly older, not 40 or 50, but they're not gonna go to a bar. So where I tell people to meet me,
Yeah.
I have a list. I'm not gonna give it now. Y'all gotta book a session for that. But I'll give you a couple. High-end events or events where men are kind of settled in their careers. They're settled in what they're doing for a living. So usually places like that would be golf tournaments, tennis tournaments. And F1 is a really big one that I've been telling people to go to before F1 even really got super, super big here in the States. F1 events are a really, really good place to meet men. You can meet men of all ages, from 21 all the way up to 60, 70, because it's motorsports, and most men like motorsports. So going to events where the men are possibly going to be a little bit more intentional, that's where I tell people to go. So I tell women, if there's a PGA Tour stop coming to your city, you need to go. If there's a tennis tournament, so the big 4 tennis tournaments here are US Open, and is there another one here? I can't think of it. But any tennis tournament that professional, those are a really good place to go. I don't tell women to go to All-Star Weekend. That is for OnlyFans models. Going to the Super Bowl, again, that's for OnlyFans models. Don't waste your time. You're not an OnlyFans model. You're a woman looking for a man who's going to be intentional. So I do have an extensive list, but those are just some kind of layups that I've been talking about publicly for a while. F1 is one of my favorites. And it's a fun event. Even as a woman, you may not be into cars, but I've had clients go, and this is one of the best times they've ever had. So,
And you have to go alone too, right?
yeah, I tell them to go alone.
I love
Going to a bar is the worst thing you can do. Because men are just there. I know some of these coaches tell y'all to go to like a steakhouse and go to the bar. No, because the call women do that.
that
I mean,
makes
if
sense.
you're not a call woman and you're not trying to get it up, that's one of the dumbest places. This is one of the dumbest things you can do. So always keep in mind what type of man. Like, I'm not a real fan of NFL games because the NFL games are for a lower income type man. Now, if income isn't a big deal for you, then you might be okay. I tell women to go to their homecoming events and go to the football games, especially ones who went to really big schools. Texas, University of Tennessee. Go to your home. Go to some of those home games. Those men are a little bit more established, a little bit more higher income. That's kind of what I've recognized when it comes to places. So those are some places. There are others, but of course.
No, I love that. Well, those are some good tips. I love that because that's been like the question I've been asking forever. Honestly, it's like I'm like, if I'm getting off the app, which I get off, get on, get off, get on. You know, like everybody does.
Yeah.
People message me, they're like, "Welcome back," and I'm like,
wow, no, not for a walk of shame on the dating apps.
I know. They're like, "You never responded to me," and I'm like,
Welcome back.
"Sorry."
Crazy.
And that happens all the time.
Wow.
People recognizing me, that's crazy. But I like, that's some good advice right there. I like what you did.
Always keep in mind places where men are intentional. That's the biggest thing advice I can give.
I love it.
So this is one of my favorite parts. I can mean your business. Give me a recent dating horror story. What happened and how did it make you feel, Sammy?
Can I give you 2? I was stuck between
You
2
sure
of them.
can. You sure can give us 2.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I've been on some crazy dates that I've like looked back and I'm like, recent. Dude, sometimes women are wild. Men be wild. Men do some crazy things.
Men are insane these days.
Yeah. Well, this one was not as like more horror, but it was kind of like I walked in immediately being like, oh my gosh. But basically, I had been talking to this guy for a couple weeks, and I was kind of like, okay, maybe I'll go out. And this was like the first date I'm going on in like months. This was like a couple weeks ago. I literally even have to like block him off of like Snapchat so he won't see that I'm like on a podcast talking about him because I don't want to hurt his feelings. But so basically we've been chatting for a minute, and I was like, okay, he seems kind of cute. He's got a lot of time on his hand, which usually if someone responds like really quick, I'm kind of like, why do you have so much time on your hands? Especially when they're like, oh, you're not going to respond yet? And I'm like, okay, well, I work a full-time job. I'm starting a business. I've got this and that. I work nights sometimes. Like, I'm like, I'm busy. I stay busy. You know, that's just where I'm at in my life right now. And I'm like, I'm sorry. So we finally decided to go out. He had me choose the place. And so I was kind of like, okay, I can choose a place. You know, I was like, let's just go to this coffee shop. It's easy. You said you live in this area. I live in this area. It's easy. He shows up 20 minutes late. And I was like, again, time consuming. In my head, I'm like, what a waste of my time. I get all dolled up. I show up. I'm sitting in my car forever, just kind of like waiting. And like, I can either go in and order my coffee, or I can sit in my car and wait. Okay. So he pulls up. He gets out of his car. Does not take his pictures at all.
Oh no, you got catfish?
Yeah. Like he does like a couple of years ago.
No, he got you with a couple of years ago.
Uh-huh. He gets out of the car, and I'm like,
oh my God.
I know. And so I get out, and I'm like, control your face. Don't give him any weird looks, whatever. I get out of the car, and he gives me the whole look up and down and goes, I'm like, wait, what? Yeah, he went. So immediately my feelings are hurt. I'm like, seriously? Oh, okay, whatever. You know, I'm like, whatever, it's fine. See, I'm already getting sweaty. I was so offended. I was like, that's so rude. I'm like, even if I'm not your type, don't show it on your face. Don't show it on your face. And I'm like, so I'm like, don't give me that look. So anyways, you know, I was like, hello, nice to meet you. I'm Sammy. He's like, hello. And you can just, immediately I can tell he's just like not that interested. And I'm like, oh, what? And a part of me was like, it's been months. You've not been on a date in months. Go. Actually, I'm not interested and leave. I didn't. But I thought it. I was like, I should just go. We walk in. I'm asking questions. You know, I'm like, oh, so have you ever been here before? No. Oh, this place is pretty cool. I've been here a while. And he's like, what do you like to order here? And I'm like, I've been here a while. I don't know. We go and order our drinks. And the guy asks for money. And he just turns and looks at me. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not with you. And I was like, it's $14. Who cares? I'm like, at this point, I just want to get going. So I'd rather get my drink, chug it down, and leave. So I was like, yep, I'll just pay it really quick.
Did you pay for his or just yours?
His. Because we did it together.
Whoa.
I know.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Literally, he ordered his, and he looks at me, and I go, oh, I'm getting the matcha. And, you know, and whenever someone does take me, I always go, thank you so much. I appreciate, you know, like I act like I'm not.
Okay.
Even though I'm expecting it, right?
Right.
And he literally, the cashier was like, oh, it's gonna be 14. And I sit there for a second. He sits there for a sec, and I'm like, oh my God. Okay.
Oh.
All right. And so I pay.
Okay.
I'm like, whatever. I just want to get my drink. I want to chug it up. I just want to go. Like at this point, it doesn't even matter because I know I'm not ever gonna see him again. Right from like the first little question, like I'm not gonna see him again. So I pay for it. We step back and he goes, "Are you hungry?" And I go, "Nope, I'm not." We're like waiting for our drinks, and he goes, "Oh, I should have ordered out like a muffin or something."
Whoa!
I was like, yeah. Man, I'm like, go order one. So we get our drinks. We go sit down outside. And he's sitting across from me, and he can't look at me straight on, which, whatever. I get it. It's nerve-wracking. Right from the beginning. I get it. He doesn't ask me any questions. I ask him questions, and he's just talking the entire time, and he's pulling out his phone to pull out videos of him skateboarding. And I sat there for a full hour, and I had finished my drink, and he still was like talking. And I'm like, this is just fun for you. I'm glad you're having a good time. Tells me in the middle of it that he doesn't have a job right now. Hasn't had a job in like 6 months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there it is. I'm like, if you can't afford it, why are you dating? That's crazy.
And you met him on an app?
Yep.
Yeah, he's on that app to get laid. That's pretty obvious.
For sure. But then I finished my drink and I'm waiting there just getting ready, like trying to leave. And so finally I'm like, okay. He's got like half his drink left, but I like chugged mine. I'm like, okay, I think I'm ready to go. And he stands up, walks me over to my car. Well, walks me over to his car. Doesn't walk me to my car. He stops at his car. Yeah. And I was like, all right. He hugs me goodbye. And as I'm walking away, he goes, hey, I had a really great time. You're really cool. Can I see you again? And I'm so flabbergasted because I'm like, you didn't ask me anything about myself. You gave me the weirdest look and you made me pay.
Wow.
And I'm like, and you all of a sudden think you're interested in me? I was like, maybe. Because I'm like, I'm just shook. I should have said no, but I was shook. So I go get in my car. I drive away. And the past couple, the couple days after that, he just like continued like text me and like ask me how I'm doing or whatever. And I'm like, he even said, he texted me and he goes, I'm sorry I was on my phone so much. I just wanted to show you all those videos.
See, that's how I know men know what they be doing.
Oh, for sure.
They know. They're just want you to be stupid enough to accept it. That's insane.
I literally was like, this is why I'm stopping on dating forever. Because that's what always happens.
Wow. That's something else. Wow.
It was horrible. A lot of other women have the same experiences. Everyone's like, oh, yep.
Yeah, they're not shocked. They're like, yeah, pretty on brand, right?
Yeah, always.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So, date number 2 first.
Okay. I just want to put this out as a warning to like any women. Do not go to men's houses late at night. Just don't. Even if you know that, don't go over.
Right.
I don't know why I have ever let myself be conversed more than once to go over someone's house. I'll try to make the story quick because it's a long story, but basically, about like a little less than a year ago, I got hit up by this guy that I had gone a few dates with like a couple years ago. Because I've been in a couple like long-term relationships since then, so I'm kind of not like back in the dating world, but it's been like 2-ish years since I've been like out of a longer relationship. That's really confusing. Anyways, so I hadn't seen him in years, but like my friend had set us up years ago. I wasn't feeling it. We went on a couple dates. I gave him like a good chance. I just was like, I'm gonna stop feeling it. This was just not my vibe. And so I found him on a dating app. He hit me up and I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll give him another chance. We chatted a little bit and he's like, you should come over tonight. And I was like, I'm with friends. I don't know. The night goes on. Around like, I think it was like 11 o'clock. He's like, you should just come over. We haven't seen each other in years. We should watch a movie. And part of me was like, okay, I've met him before. I know him. Maybe it'll be fun. Maybe it'll be different. I'm in a different part of my life. I think back then I was getting out of a divorce, so I met him. And so I think I wasn't ready to like commit to somebody at that point. And so I'm like, okay, I'm in a different place in my life. I kind of want to find somebody. Who knows?
Right.
I pull up to his house and I'm sitting in my car and I just get this overwhelming like dread. It's like, you should just go home. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, that's weird. That's a weird thing. I get out of my car, I start walking. There's this man looking at me. And so I kind of like passing him and he goes, Sammy. It's him, but he's 3 times bigger than what he was before. Like, I don't recognize him at all.
No. Catfished again. Always.
So I give him a hug and I'm like, okay. I'm like, that's sad. He can't even put his actual pictures on his dating app. I'm like, he's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. So I'm like, come on, right?
Right.
So we walk into his house. I'm like, I'll hang out in my head. I'm like, I'll hang out for an hour and then I'll boogie. I'll split.
Yeah.
We walk inside and again, I just get that dread. And I just hear a voice in the back of my head say, just pretend everything's fine. And I'm like, that's weird. Like everything in my body was turning, and I was like, what is going on? I look up at him, and he just has this like really desperate look on his face. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I made a mistake.
Yeah. Wow.
So I play nice. I let him show me around his apartment. I'm like shaking at this point, and I'm like, nothing's even happened. What is wrong with me? Why am I like, I'm still trying to like talk myself out of it. He walks me to his room, and I went to say, we should watch on the couch. And then something in my head was like, nope, pretend you don't even care. So I don't know what's going on in my head, but we sit down. He turns on a movie, and he wraps his arm around me, digs his fingers into my side, and pulls me into it.
Whoa. Oh yeah, he was desperate. What?
So I lay into his chest. I'm frozen, and I'm like breathing heavy. Next thing I know, I wake up. It's had to have been hours.
Yeah.
My body aches, and I'm like, I fell asleep. That's crazy. Which later I was talking to my roommate, or my roommate's like, dude, you probably fell asleep from stress. You probably were like stressed with that.
Yeah,
like,
stressed out. Yeah.
So I wake up. It's been hours. The lights are off, and I just feel him petting my hair, and he's whispering to himself, saying, "You're so pretty. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here." The blood was gone from my face.
I know it was.
You know, like when you feel like someone's like watching you when you're like a little kid, and so you're like putting you in sheets like it's frozen again. Oh, I was frozen. My body was like stiff. Then here's like the ickiest part. This like traumatized me for months. He starts like pumping the air.
Wait.
What? Yeah. Thinks I'm asleep. Is like pumping the air. And so I readjust. I go, I'm like, I don't have a normal weight. So I go, and I readjust. And he tries to roll, he like giggles and tries to roll in to like spoon me. And I'm like, absolutely not. So I put my knees up to my chest, and he laughs and then rolls back on his back. And at that point, I'm like thinking, I gotta get up. Right before I get up, he grabs my chin like so hard and like pulls my head up. And he's like, are you okay? Are you comfortable? And I'm like, actually, I'm awake. I should get going. So, you know, I sit up, and as I'm getting off the bed, he grabs my arm and he yanks me back in. And he's like, no, just stay here. And so I take my other arm and I slam his hand down, and I kind of pop up, you know, because I hit him kind of hard. I like pushed him down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nope, I gotta go. You know, I grab my shoes. In my head, I'm like, I can't leave my shoes on. I just gotta grab my stuff. I stand up, I turn around, and he's standing right in front of me.
Oh my goodness.
And the bed's here, the wall's here. I'm like sweating. The only pathway, he's like blocking to the door.
Wow.
So he's standing in front of me, and he's just like, oh, sorry, I'm just a sleepy guy. I'm so sleepy. And I was like, it's okay. And so he puts his arms out like to hug me. And I'm like, you're going to hug me here instead of like at the door? Like, oh, and just dread and ick, like filling through me. And so I give him kind of a hug, and I can just tell he's trying to kiss me. So I put my hands on his chest, and I push away, and I'm like, you know, I gotta go. You know, I go around him. I get to the bedroom door. I open it, and I close it behind me. So he's trapped in the bedroom. Just pure, like, adrenaline. Pure fear. I run to the front door, and I can hear him behind me. He's like, Sammy. And I'm just shaking. I kick the door open. It's locked. I can't get it open. I throw it open. I start heading down the hallway, and he yells at me, Sammy! Down the hallway. So I freeze. And I turn around, and I hear that voice in my head go, pretend it's fine. And he's like, hey, can I see you again? And I just look at him, and I do my best acting, and I'm frozen, and I go, yeah, absolutely. Can't wait to see you again. Flip back around, head out the door, stumble, scab my knees up, tumble to my car, start sobbing. I turn and look, and he's looking at me through the window. So I zoom away, and the next morning I tell my roommate all about it, and he's like, that's horrifying. He's like,
that's terrible.
So, that's my warning, women. Even if you know somebody, don't go to their house late at night. Wait until you know them, because that is the most horrifying experience I ever had. To this day, makes me sweat.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And it's not even like he really did anything. It was the vibe, it was the energy, it was the dread in my stomach. And then he was ripping
Humping the air is crazy work.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Well, we're glad that you got out of there.
Yeah.
And we wonder why there's a male loneliness. Because there are so many weirdos like
Yeah, who are just desperate and gross. And it's just shocking.
Yeah, absolutely. Whew. Okay. All right, Sammy, give me one moment. I'm gonna pause it right here.
Of course.
All right, so what an interesting story.
Yeah. Did it get your blood boiling?
I mean, listen, you know, a lot of people think I'm simp because I get on these men so much, but look at what they're doing.
Yeah.
This is very weird.
It is weird. It's weird. It's like they get too brave online and then they bring it to the real world and you're kind of like, oh my gosh, please.
Right.
Take it back a second.
Wow.
Put your mask on for 2 seconds, please.
Please. Wow. Okay. So, following that, have you ever felt like you're doing everything right, but still getting the worst outcomes? And what has that been like for you?
I haven't put enough energy into dating in a long time, but I have been at that point where I felt like I was doing everything right. And I was setting good boundaries and I was talking through like what I wanted from dating and stuff. And it's heartbreaking. Okay, just take a step back from what I was saying. Sorry, I got ahead of my words. I like to be my genuine self, and I feel like I'm very honest and open about what I'm looking for. And usually everyone tells me, you know, they're like, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Da-da-da-da. But then later, after I've either slept with somebody or given them a little bit of what they wanted after dates and dates, you know, I've done my due diligence. A lot of them turn around and will tell me, well, I just figure you're not actually looking to be a wife because you've got piercings and tattoos. That's a common thing.
So that's pretty common for you. You have piercings and tattoos, and so they kind of put you in this category and they don't want to take you as serious. Am I understanding that correctly?
Mm-hmm. It's
How does it make you feel?
Thing. It is really heartbreaking, actually, because I think that I'm a really loving person and I've got a lot to give.
Yeah.
Sorry, my thing is falling. I've got a lot to give and I know like what I'm looking for. And I've been very honest about what I'm looking for,
Right.
you know, and yet I end up on that same train where it's like, they're like, oh, I just didn't think you were being serious. And I'm like, well, what do you mean?
Wow.
I'm like, so you weren't being serious? No. And usually a lot of them are like, I'm just looking for a different type of wife. And I'm like, because I have piercings and tattoos. That's insane. Because that doesn't show who I am underneath. I'm not some crazy person. I like to look this way. That's my style. And I've heard a lot of other women say that they have that thing where we're looked at as like hicks. And
let me say this. I am a man who does prefer women without the tattoos and the piercings.
absolutely, yeah.
However, I've seen plenty of women with tattoos and piercings get married. That's an excuse. If a dude like you, he's vibing. I mean, the tattoos and the piercings are visible. A lot of these dudes use that as an excuse to manipulate you.
Yeah.
And a lot of men get off on that. They string you along. They tell you they like you, y'all vibing. You finally, sleep with him, give him what he
What
wants.
he's asking. Mm-hmm.
He might hit that 1 or 2, 3 times, and then now all of a sudden there's some problem. And then he goes and he does the next woman the same way until he feels like he's had his fill, and then he might settle. But I wouldn't take that to heart. That's I don't like when dudes do that. That's weird behavior. And this is why a lot of women are going on strike from dating. You got all these dudes complaining, all these red pill losers, passport bros. Yeah, they're complaining, but look at how y'all are treating the women. Just because a woman has tattoos and piercings doesn't mean you get to do that to her. Now, you can be honest, but the manipulation, that's a bit much. So I hate that's happening to you. Like I said, I've seen women with tattoos and piercings. I don't know what type of time some of these dudes are. If you don't like that, then you don't need to be entertaining.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I say.
Well, and there's women out there that just want to hook up.
It is.
People.
Right. They need to go for them, but you know how they can't manipulate those women. And it's a game for a lot of men.
Mm-hmm.
It's a control thing. It's a power thing.
Yeah.
You just kind of alluded to this, but I'll ask again, how has it affected your self-worth or how you view yourself as a woman?
It's fine to take a little break.
Yeah.
Because, you go on dates and you get to the point where, I got to the point where I couldn't even get excited about anyone.
Wow.
Because I was like, no one's excited about me right now.
Right.
I'm not meeting anybody I want to. I'm not excited. And it makes you think about, like, if something's broken with you, or if you're not doing the right things to get to those steps.
Yeah.
And try to take a little break and reevaluate and reassess myself, because I know I'm worth more than that. And I know what I want, and I know what I bring to the table.
Absolutely.
And so, yeah, it kind of beat me down for a while. I had a little bit of a time where I was kind of crashing out.
Yeah.
I was like, what's wrong with me? Like, why can't I find anybody again that wants to be with me? Especially since I've been in long-term relationships and I've been in love, and to get to the point where you're like, I'm not lovable, or I can never love somebody again, apparently, because I'm too whatever.
Yeah.
That's discouraging. And
there.
Wow, that was kind of where I thought. Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you think men are looking for convenience or partnership? Because I think this kind of relates to the previous question, affecting your self-worth. So, do you think these men that are doing this are truly looking for partnership, or you just think they're looking for convenience?
I think a lot of them want to look for partnership, but I don't think they know how to. I think they want to, or they think they do.
That's a really good point, Sam. Very good point.
I mean, I think it's somebody... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I don't think men know what they want.
Yeah. Or they don't know how to achieve it, or they don't know how to settle for it.
Yeah.
People take settling as such like a horrible word, but settling for someone is actually kind of beautiful. And knowing that you can trust and be with them and be happy with them, and not looking for the next thing. But we're taught, again, I think dating apps are the worst. I remember a time when I was young and I was like, oh, they're so fun. This is so fun.
Yeah.
And when you get serious about life, it's not fun, because
exactly.
I think they want to. I think that there's a lot of men who do want to be in relationships and do want to have commitment. But I think everyone's broken down. I think everyone is kind of in that state where, how do you achieve that? How do you let somebody in when you know that they could just be using you for this or this or this, or they're going to change their mind? I dated somebody for 7 months after a 3-year relationship, and I thought he was the one.
Okay.
We had plans to get married. He had broken up with me a couple times. He's had trauma in his past.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just trying to be patient and understanding, and I kind of look back on that relationship, and my mom made a really good point. She said, you would have been really good for him, but he wasn't good for you. Because he wanted that, and he wanted to commit, and I could see it in our conversations. I knew he wasn't lying to me.
Right.
But he didn't know how to do it. He didn't know how to submit himself to something like that. I don't think that it was because he didn't love me. I don't think it was because he didn't want it. I think it's because he didn't know how.
Wow. That's heavy.
It makes me sad. It doesn't, it's not like pity, but it's kind of like, I feel like I'm a bleeding heart. I want everyone to be happy. I mean, I want him to be happy, just because between I and he did some not so great things to me that hurt me for a long time.
Yeah.
I hope that he can figure it out, and that he can treat someone else better and finally let himself relax for a second.
Yeah. Well, that's very mature for you. I'm gonna give you some hand.
Okay.
But me,
Finish him.
get this body.
Yeah.
But that's a real mature answer. I can get.
Oh, silly.
What's one boundary or belief you've had to reinforce more recently going through these different situations? What's something that you've had to stand 10 toes down on while dating?
Everyone wants to hang out at home. And I will not hang out with a man unless he's gonna take me out. And I won't go back to his place after.
Right.
I am not looking for sex, and I'm not gonna give anyone the thought that they're gonna get it. So before I go out with anybody, I tell them I'm looking to get married. I want to meet somebody. I want to fall in love. I want to make commitments, and I'm not sleeping with people right off the bat, because there's that weird thing where someone takes you out and then they are kind of expect you to go home and sleep with them. And not that I feel bad, I'm allowed to say yes or no whenever I want. But there's a part of me that's if I don't want someone to walk into a situation thinking that's what the understanding we have, when that's not the understanding I have.
Right.
So that's something I've really I haven't been on dates in forever, because everyone that wants to hang out was we can't watch a movie at my house and go get dinner, and I'm like, we won't do that.
Absolutely not.
And then we usually talk through it, and they'll be like, oh yeah, I kind of thought we maybe could see where things lead and maybe hook up. I'm like, yeah, no. I was very firm. I don't want that.
Right. Okay. Good. That's a good boundary to have. Very good boundary to have. And last but not least, what does a healthy relationship look like to you in this season of your life?
Oh. That's hard, because I think I'm learning that right now. Because I've just been, it's been 2 years basically of being pretty single. I've had little flings here or there. But I guess what I can wish for, what I would like, would be somebody that is driven and is doing their own things, lets me do my things, and at some point we start to blend our lives together. Someone who's willing to put down what other things he's got going on, relationship wise, and focus on our relationship. I had a guy a couple days ago ask me if I wanted to hang out, and I was like, I don't hang out at houses, whatever. I'm looking for this and this and this. And he goes, yeah, that's fair. He's like, I do want to be straight up with you. He's like, I am kind of seeing another girl, and things are progressing, but I don't know. He's like, I don't know if that's where it's going to be. I just think that you're really cool, and I'd like to get to know you as well, which I respected. I get it, I understand having a few people that you're seeing, but I'm like, I told him, I was like, if things are progressing with her, focus on her.
Yeah.
If you guys don't work out and I'm still around and you want to ask me out, sure, that's fine. And I'm either seeing somebody or I'm not, and that's just where we're at. I'm like, I don't understand. I just don't want to be in that part of my life where it's someone's like, well, I've got my little roster going, and get rid of the rosters. Have them until things start progressing. I get it, but
right.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of looking. I'm just healthy relationship wise. I'm just looking for somebody who has the same values and beliefs that I am, and that I have, and is willing to settle down and start actually getting life going with somebody else.
Right. Okay. All right. All right. Now it's your turn. You could ask me anything about dating men or this current culture. What would you want advice on?
I was kind of thinking about it.
Sure.
This starts off with a little bit of a story. I a couple months ago was texting back and forth with this guy, and it was kind of dragging on. And so I was like, hey, I'd really like to meet you. We should go get coffee or something sometime. And he shoots back immediately. He's like, oh, are you pretty masculine? You're asking me out? And I was like, nope, just trying to get things going. So I don't know where that in between is, because a lot of men are like, I wish women would approach or be straight up and be like, I would like to go out with you. But then you've got other men that are like, okay, that's my job. Why would you even take that step? So I don't know, especially in the real world, should I be approaching men, or is that too much? Is that being too forward? Because I'm not playing the game enough.
Okay. That is an excellent question. It's one of my favorites. Don't ever approach or ask a man out. It does not matter if you are modern, traditional, in between, black, white, Asian, purple, from other planets, from Earth, from heaven, from hell. Don't matter. Never, ever, ever, ever. I'm telling you what I know. Don't ever ask a man out. Men are the egos are big. And when you ask a man out, you're taking him out of his natural element of being masculine. These dudes that are sitting online saying, oh, women won't approach us or women won't show interest, they're losers. And you don't want to date a loser anyway. So when you're dealing with these men and you know, you're out here in the field and you're dating, let the man take initiative. What you should be doing is giving what Tariq Nasheed would call, back in the day, shout out to him, choosing signals. And a choosing signal is just showing interest. It's not very hard to show interest. I think every woman knows how to do that. But don't ever ask a man out. It puts you in a masculine hunter-provider role, and it puts him in a feminine submissive role, and that's very offensive to men. Make that man come forward to you. And if he doesn't come forward or he doesn't ask you out, he's just not that into you. I think a lot of women, that's the problem. They think that, oh, how dare this man not be into me? Let me get it. No, you're gonna be into it. That's goofy as hell. And this is how a lot of women get in relationships, and they're mistreated the entire relationship because the man really don't want to be there.
Yeah.
He feels like you've stronghold him into the relationship. So, with that being said, yeah, Sammy, don't ever ask no man. I don't care what your friends telling you. I don't care what these other dating gurus tell you. I'm telling you as a man who is dating, who's been in the field. I have friends that are married who had this happen to them. I'm surrounded by men. I'm in these groups. I've been in these groups. Like, don't do that. Number one, this is like the number one rule. Never ask a man. And always allow the man to pay. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, give me clarification because I'm so friendly and I'm so open. And I know that
You are.
I've been told I'm very intimidating. I'm just very, I'm very quick and I'm like loud and I'm
You're
very,
Sagittarius.
So,
That's in your name.
so I don't get approached by men ever unless they're drunk at bars. So
Let me
I would like to.
let me say this to you.
Yeah.
You are a sweet girl. I have a lot of women that I talk to who are demons, and why their dating life is in shambles is because they act like they come from the pit of hell, and I have to tell them. But I actually think you're a real sweet girl. That works in your favor, especially in this day and age of hardbacks and masculinities. There are some things I think you could clean up, but for the most part, men are going to try and test you with you. One, you're young. Two, you are a very sweet and giving woman. Men can pick up on that. They're going to target you and try and take advantage. I think you should create more boundaries, stand firm on them even more. With these men, like, they will waste your time.
Yeah.
While you're still young and in your youth, use that sweetness and kindness to your advantage, but don't allow men to use that against you or use it for their benefit. Because men will.
Yeah.
And you look up and now you're 30, 35, and they'll sit there and look at you in the face and say, well, you shouldn't have let me waste all your time. You didn't leave. You allowed me. Like, men will tell you that.
Yeah.
They'll tell you that. I've had tons of women call me, booking sessions, and men have said that to them. Is they're exiting the relationship and going off and getting married to another woman. I've seen it. So
that makes me sad.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't be that woman. Men love women who stand on business. And don't play. You cannot play around. This is not the season to play around with these men. giving them chances. Is look, one, you violate me in any way, physically, emotionally, spiritually. You violate me, it's done. We don't have anything else to say. So I think you would. I mean, you've been married before, as you said earlier. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
You've been married. You can do it again. Right enough. So that's what I would do. Of course, there are some other things I'm not say on this public stage. I think you should adjust. But that would be, I think, the biggest thing. Developing even more boundaries and standing firm.
Yeah.
And just, men aren't approaching you. Just put yourself in different environments, in different positions to be approached. Okay, stop
Yeah, I
watching.
like that.
Let's go to different events. You're in Salt Lake. You're
There's always
close.
stuff.
There's always stuff there.
There's
You're close
always
to those East Coast cities, Phoenix, LA, San Diego. Take a weekend trip sometime and get in different environments and raise. Bars are low vibrational places.
Mm-hmm.
Raise the vibrations to the places you're going to meet men, and I guarantee you're going to meet a better quality.
Love that. Inspirational. You're gonna make me tear up over here.
I appreciate this. Sammy, listen. This has been like the best one yet. Let me. That's not
Thank you. Clap back at you because thank
Yeah.
you.
I appreciate it. Let people know where they can find you.
Yeah, I have Instagram. It's just Bubble Master. One word, Bubble Master. Probably just where my Instagram is posting, bopping all the time. So,
Awesome. All right, Sammy, this was great. Thank you so much for joining me. And everybody, y'all have a great rest of your day wherever you're watching this. Take care.
thank you.